Is it possible that there will be another lockdown coming in the near future, not far from now? Is it possible that this world one day is going to come to an end? Is it possible that hunger, diseases, poverty shall come to an end? Is it possible that peace finally will come upon the earth at last? Is it possible that time is coming whereby people will be not allowed to move, to travel, to sell or to buy, unless you be found on the side of the evil forces? Stay tuned.
So let's have a digital health certificate acknowledged by WHO if you have been vaccinated or tested properly, then you can move around. So for the next pandemic, instead of stopping the movement of the people 100%, which clogged the economy globally, you can still provide some movement of the people. Indonesia has achieved, G20 country has agreed to have this digital certificate using WHO standard, and we will submit into the next World Health Assembly in Geneva as the revision to international health regulation. So hopefully for the next pandemic, we can still see some movement of the people, some movement of the goods, and movement of the economy.
To understand the future, the world of tomorrow, we need to understand and look what was happening during the time when COVID was about to be brought upon the earth. Many countries were being warned by then to say that COVID was coming. A pandemic was coming. The big question is, how did they knew that? And who are these people?
I thought I would bring that perspective to the topic today, is the issue of pandemic preparedness. And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today, based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why history, the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID, will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with.
Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Not missiles, but microbes. Now, part of the reason for this is that we have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence, but we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic.
3 weeks before the outbreak of COVID-19, some powerful NGOs around the world, they held a powerful meeting to discuss how they will control the world, how they will control the borders, how they will do the vaccination processes, how they will do the curfews, all those rules that came with it. The big question is, how did they knew?
We're at the start of what's looking like it will be a severe pandemic. And there are problems emerging that can only be solved by global business and governments working together. International organizations allocate and distribute pandemic antivirals and medical supplies to the people who need them most.
What we've seen work very well in the HIV field is, in fact, procurement through the global.
We're at a moment where the social media platforms have to step forward and recognize the moment to assert that they're a technology platform and not a broadcaster is over. They, in fact, have to be a participant in broadcasting accurate information and partnering with the scientific and health communities to counterweight, if not flood the zone, of accurate information. Because
By then, we are told that all around the world, in the hospitals, they were full of sick people. Yes, in the hospitals, there must be sick people. Only that these people, they were just exaggerating. All around the world, there were men who refused to be bought by this system. Knowing that something was not adding up, they used to go around and do some filming in these hospitals, only to find that some of the places, they were empty, not the way they were saying. Let's have a look.
Sibley Hospital Center. No one's in there, obviously. Here we go. Where's all the sick people? Where's all the COVID patients? Where's all the COVID patients? Where are they? Where's the ICU? Huh? Where's everybody that's sick? We're in a pandemic. Look, it's empty, everybody. It's empty, everybody. It's empty. Security at the front door, like usual, in every hospital in Maryland, D.C., Virginia. Yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Where's all the sick people? Where's all the sick people? Where's the medical pandemic? Where is it? Where's the medical pandemic? Where's all the COVID patients? Everything's closed. Where's everybody? Nobody's here. It's empty. Look at this. The whole hospital corridor is completely pandemic. Security waiting for me. Everywhere I go, security's waiting for me. Huh? Where's everybody? Empty parking lot, empty hospital. This is Sibley Hospital. This is a giant hospital center. It's empty. No one is here. Look, everybody. Nobody is here.
So people who are exposing this satanic agenda, who are against this system, they were being killed, tortured, punished in many ways. Allow me to mention one of them was Dr. Rashid Butta, the most experienced doctor who used to expose what was happening. And he was saying if he's going to be killed, just know that it's because of he was against this system. Let's have a look.
That it's possible that they could come for me because I'm very outspoken about it. But if you ever hear that something happened, that I died, I am not depressed. I didn't commit suicide. I'm telling you right now that we need to stand up and fight. So just remember, if something happens to me, it's because I've been telling the truth and they don't want that truth to continue going out there. But I did not kill myself. I am not depressed. I'm very happy and I am very excited to be alive at this time in human history because this is the sign of the times. All the stuff that is bad is going away and all the truths are coming to light.
At this time, let me not waste your time. I want to introduce this man. His name is Klaus Schwab, the founder of World Economic Forum. This man was very active during the previous pandemic. Now he is saying a bigger thing than COVID is coming. Don't take my word for it. Everyone must make his own conclusion.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
So for these people to succeed in whatever they are planning for the future, that's why they want to unite all countries into one system. So many times when we hear the leaders of this world mention the word New World Order, it means the world government. They're planning, they're joining to make one world government, one rules, one currency, one health system, and so forth.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
We will use our leadership and membership of SADC, our membership of BRICS, and the G20, the Commonwealth, and many other international bodies to forge a new world order.
We have before us.
So the first thing they want to do to achieve their goals, they want to abandon cash system all around the world into one world currencies called blockchain or CBDC, central bank digital currency, where the money will be digital. Whatever you want to do, to buy, to travel, it will be digital online. So that if you are against the system, it's easy for you to wipe out your bank account like what they did in Canada.
What underpins a world order is always the financial system. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance.
Another thing they've planned is that they want everyone to have a smartphone. Why smartphone? Because they're planning to wipe away cash. In the world of tomorrow, in the future, there will be no cash. Everything will be digital, worldwide. There will be electronic money. If you want to do something, to buy, to sell, to do any transaction about your life, it will be done through your phone. But the problem is, in that phone, there will be no privacy. There will be knowing where you are, where you're traveling, what you're doing. Any conversation over the phone will be recorded.
World, everybody should have a digital ID. Everybody should have a bank account. Everybody should have a smartphone.
Okay.
Then anything can be done. Everything else is built on that.
So this economy that is going to be only digital will inevitably lead to slavery.
These people have been doing experiments all along, but we people, we don't see what's happening around the world. Let's say in the future, there will be no cash. Everything will be digital. Then come a network problem. You won't buy, you won't sell, you won't do anything. It was in 2024, they did the experiment all around the world for a few hours. They locked the network. The banks didn't do anything. The airports, everywhere it was a chaos. Later on, it was discovered that there's this company so-called CrowdStrike that was responsible for bringing the network down. And when the CEO of this company was asked some questions, he failed to answer the questions.
I mean, you're in the cybersecurity business, and I certainly don't even pretend to understand this, but according to your statement, it was a single content update that has managed to shut down air travel, credit card payment systems, banks, broadcasts, street lights, 911, emergency around the globe. Why is there not some kind of redundancy or some sort of backup? How is it that one single software bug can have such a profound and immediate impact?
Well, when you look at the complexity of cybersecurity, you're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Man, just 1 second, please.
Oh yeah, take.
Global computer systems in healthcare, banking and airlines are slowly coming back online after a digital outage disrupted networks in many countries.
Cafes, restaurants and shops were also left unable to process payments.
We've had a lot of problems with the card machine. The card's not going through. It's just there's no signal.
Many countries at the moment as I speak, they are on strike against their government, against this digital ID system.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory.
This is the door closing that's not intended to be opened again. And the idea is everything you do, I mean everything eventually, you will need a digital ID. And your digital ID will be connected to a digital currency. If you want to see what's planned for the West tomorrow, then look at China today, where if you are not behaving in a way that the government wants you to behave, then you lose credits in their social credit system. And if you lose enough, you can't go on a plane, you can't go on a train, basically take part in mainstream society. You are excluded. This is a global agenda. This is not about Keir Starmer, he's a gopher. It's not about Donald Trump, he's a gopher. And they're gophers for this global network that I call the global cult. And the idea is to eventually have a world government which won't be elected, purely appointed, technocrats, bureaucrats, that will oversee this AI digital system. And you won't be able to go anywhere in the world without this system is tracking you. Here we are now looking at this line in the sand, and if we allow it to be crossed, it's going to be very, very difficult to push back. And that's why it's so vital that the people of, well, this country, but all countries, realize the scale of freedom deletion this digital ID is a massive step towards and fundamental to the deletion of freedom.